Ladies and gentlemen, we move to our next matchup here. And it is also in the men's 105 kilogram category on the right arm to be contested over 5 rounds of arm wrestling. Let's now introduce our athletes making their way to the table, starting with this young man. He proudly hails from and is representing the United States of America, where he is a multiple national champion of his nation. Georgia, put your hands together and welcome Super Bad Brad Grundy!
That there was a young American soldier by the name of Brad Grundy, hailing from Florida, USA, and my goodness, you can't really tell from looking at the young man, but wow, what a tremendous opportunity for Brad Grundy.
And his opponent now, making his way to the arm wrestling table, hails from and is representing Georgia. He is a multiple Georgia national champion and one of the brightest stars in Georgian arm wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Bacho! Saginashvili!
Ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake about it. The Georgian rising superstar in the making. Bacho Saginashvili, and that last name. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are listening, the last name represents the mecca of arm wrestling, not only here in Georgia, but in the entire world of arm wrestling. And here we go. What an exciting round 2, and you heard from the crowd, ladies and gentlemen, Bacho is a huge favorite here in Tbilisi, and my goodness, the conversation that Brad Grundy and Ingen Terzi must have had. Brad, this is the boss. I've got good news and I've got bad news. Sir, what's the good news? The good news is you will be involved as a competitor in East vs. West 16. My goodness, I can only imagine all the years of hard work. That conversation must have been amazing. And then here comes the bad news. Your opponent not only is Bacho Saginashvili, who just came off already from the king of the table, becoming the heavyweight champion with a great match with Reno Masick. And now, not only will Bacho be your opponent, Brad Grundy, but we will also be in Tbilisi, Georgia, where he will be treated like an absolute hero and superstar. If you are new to arm wrestling, this is easy for you to predict. Young Americans against young Georgians doesn't even seem fair when you talk about that in today's game. But my goodness, the opportunity that Brad Grundy has is one that most Americans can only dream about.
Brad came in here like he has a secret, like he knows something, like he has a solution to Bacho problem. I want to see if he really does. Bacho has that really strong hand, coming in way underweight. Feels like 95 would be better class for him, and is a hero, as you can hear it.
Here we go, Brad Grundy. Show us something that we have no reason to think is possible, young man. Brad Grundy, a young and inspiring medical doctor perhaps one day, so we're not talking about someone who is absolutely oblivious at the opportunity, the stage that has been presented to him. My goodness, young man, if you would like to become a superstar in the United States, it starts right now, Brad Grundy. Let's go. I can hear Chance Shaw, Artem, Taranenko, and the rest of the Florida crew absolutely praying that Brad Grundy can put some type of fight up with this young Georgian phenom in Bacho, Saginashvili.
Bacho's hand is incredibly strong. Fighting him without the strap, I don't think is the best thing you can do. Ooh, he's getting fired up. He's getting fired up right here, Travis.
And you can hear the crowd responding, Coach Ray. What in hostile environment it here to arm wrestle a Georgian in Tbilisi here. This crowd is absolutely energized here. I personally have never been in an arena where this many people have came here for only arm wrestling. What a product.
Listen, from the beginnings of East versus West 1 and 2 and 3, look where we are right now. Going and spreading the good news of arm wrestling all over the world, and this is just the beginning, first event of 2025, and there's at least 7 more to come. Strap has been applied, the buckle is on Bacho's hand. Let's see if that makes any kind of
difference. If you are an American citizen, you're hoping, like you said, does Brad have some secret answer to the questions? Can he possibly, with the strap on now, do something with Bacho? It did not look good out of the strap. However, I did see a lot of confidence in Brad Cook. Here we, wowzer. And Brad definitely not even initiating, not liking the setup in the strap, complaining slightly to Delajaco. But listen, it doesn't take that much for you to start to realize that Bacho Saginashvili is very soon to be a household name. Just like, what is the relationship with the champ? Is it a cousin?
I think a cousin.
Is it a cousin? Yeah, well, don't be surprised if Bacho reaches the same sort of level. My goodness.
Absolutely.
My goodness. We have to, as Americans, contemplate that Brad Grundy did not like the setup, did not like the connection there, and that hopefully somehow it can get better here as the rounds move on.
That looked very, very dominant from Bacho Saginashvili. He just cupped his hand and went sideways, and really there was nothing Brad could do. But again, I think he's trying to fatigue him. He's trying to fight him there. What is going on?
He's trying to manipulate that grip and get that set grip. He's about 4 fingers wrapped. Even his pinky is over top of Bacho's thumb. And listen, there may be a situation where Brad finds it rather difficult to even get in the strap from here on. Definitely an intelligent choice here. If you have any trouble and you are searching for that strap, you must go to that referee's grip, which is one of the reasons that we've taken that minute down to 15 seconds. We understand. Once as an arm wrestler, you feel your opponent, one of you realizes right then and there, I'd rather be in a set grip, or I absolutely love the connection with this guy and I'm gonna kill him. And you can see on Bacho's face, very happy to get a grip anywhere, in the strap or out of the strap. They've both agreed now, it seems like, to go straight into the strap. One of the worst things that can happen to you as a competitor, you spend all this time analyzing how the match will go. You feel in your heart that you have to get to the straps. You have this amazing game plan on how to manipulate the setup, and then your opponent
says, yeah, let's go.
It's no problem. Let's go right to the straps, young man.
Yeah.
Here we go, round 2. If you reside in the United States of America, get off of your couch. Stand up. We need to feel your energy. Brad Grundy is in an absolute war here in his brain, just trying somehow to show us that Bacho is not maybe the best young arm wrestler in the world.
Waiting for the go. And too much. I would think the power and the strength difference is just too big. As good of an arm wrestler as Brett Grundy is, and smart, and he does very well in the setup and strong, and we all know all these things. Bacho is just too much. Fully confident.
And if you've pulled Brad Grundy in the past anywhere in or around North America, you felt that he deserved this opportunity. There is no doubt about it. But ladies and gentlemen, please remember, there are levels to this thing, and this platform is the biggest and highest level arm wrestling has ever seen. And the gentleman on your right, representing Tbilisi, Georgia, and has the last name that is easy to detect, superstardom here when you hear the word Saginashvili. And Bacho, my goodness, from the looks of round 1 and 2, he's about to take care of this. And listen, he's not the guy you want to mess with at the after table, in the after pool, because not much has been taken from Bacho here in the first 2 rounds. Brad does have some versatility, Coach Ray. He is now round 3. He probably should have found out in round 2 if his hook had any chance. Now, he took the loss in round 1, didn't like the connection, didn't put up much of a fight. Round 2, a super high posting outside top roll, completely shut down from the young Georgian. Now, here in round 3, my sense is that Brad will come forward. He will put that shoulder right over top of the hand, and he will test Bacho's inside power. I'm not sure if test is the right word for it, because Bacho seems so absolutely dominant. And not that Levon is not a supermodel, but you can clearly see Bacho got the looks in the family as well.
Definitely. Bacho looks very confident, taking a grip. Brett Grundy's posting. I feel like he's shifting his body way down low. I feel like he's still going to try an outside move, not inside move. Maybe he will jump in, but Bacho's just absolute domination of the hand and the wrist and the arm. Oh, there was some stoppage, but that was kind of weird one. That was kind of weird one. 3-0.
That is the highlight for one Brad Grundy. He's like, my man, I did stop this guy for 1/2 of a blink. But listen, much respect for Brad Grundy. He will be back. Maybe not at this platform anytime soon, but the young man will keep honing his skills when it comes to arm wrestling, and he will eventually be back into a platform like this. But listen, it has very little to do with Brad Grundy. Ladies and gentlemen, here in the country of Georgia, you have the best arm wrestlers in the world, and my goodness, a new batch, a new generation has shown its face. Bacho Saginashvili is an absolute superstar. Too hard. This easy. Too hard. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, wow. I am here with Bacho Saginashvili. Incredibly impressive performance there. A destruction, 3-0 of Brad Grundy at only 20 years of age. Bacho, was that what you expected this match to go like? Did you expect Brad to compete in that way? And did you expect you would be way too strong?
მე თავიდანვე ვიძახდი რომ ანუ შანსი არ ქონდა და ზუსტად მასეც მოხდა. კარგად მოემზადე და შედეგიც არის.
Just like I said before, and how I thought so. I said that he has no chance. My preparation was very good, and I showed the result.
Now, Bacho, you have a very famous last name in Georgian arm wrestling, and we saw Levan Saginashvili start at a lower weight class and go on to dominate. You're only 20 years of age. What are your aspirations in this sport? Are you looking to stay in the lower weight categories, or will you progress through the categories to the super heavyweight?
Of course, I would like to pull super heavyweights, but I'm obviously going to go slowly, and I'm going to go higher and higher and higher.
And last question, Bacho. There have been many people that say we haven't seen you severely tested outside of the one match with Reno. You clearly improve every time we see you at the arm wrestling table. Who's next in your mind?
95 kilograms, I would like to pull Paul in.
Second call out of the night for the White Oak Paul Lynn. Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up for Bacho!